Classic is a new class. Most of us, when we think classic, we think about your physique, the Arnold look, you know? What's your opinion on that George Peterson beat Steve Loris, who's more similar to you, Steve Loris, you know, than George Peterson?
Classic.
Is this, what's your opinion? Because this is a classic class, and we think of you as the classical look. What's your opinion on this?
Well, to me, the judges are looking for something different than what the audience thinks classic physique is. And the confusion, I think, is in the name itself. It's called classic physique, and classic refers to, you know, back in the day. Yeah. And to us, what they really wanted to bring back, because they were complaining about the mass monsters, they wanted to bring back the time of Arnold Schwarzenegger, in my opinion, Frank Zane, Frankie Columbo, guys like that, who just had tight packages, who looked great from the golden era of bodybuilding. That's what I thought as well. So that's the package I kept on bringing, and I won the first 2 times. So I was like, okay, this is exactly what they want to see.
Yeah.
But then, yeah. When you get to the top of the bodybuilding game, the Arnold Classic and the Mr. Olympia, they start judging differently, it seems. Because I don't even think that the one judging panel has the same opinion as the other judging panel, for example. Because I do realize that the Arnold Classic and the Olympia had similar judging panels, so both of them judge kind of the same way. So in both of those, Brian won the Olympia and George won the Arnold Classic. And at both contests, the second place was a more classic physique at what you would compare to the 70s, like Chris Bumstead, who had an enormous V-taper with a vacuum, and also Steve Loris, who has the same. And I told Steve the day after, I also told him, well, I think you had the more classic physique for this class. It's called classic physique, so I was like, being honest, I mean, he wasn't that much under condition compared to George Peterson. I mean, George Peterson arguably was the most complete bodybuilder on stage, but then you could tell people like, okay, this class is just a weight limit for bodybuilders. Like, instead of going to the open, now there's a weight limit, and it limits the amount of muscle you can put on for your weight. But then why add the classic to it if they let, you know, I do think Brian and George have an amazing physique for sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong about their physiques. I mean, they are incredible champions. But when it's called classic physique, a lot of people, including you yourself, are just confused about the placing sometimes, because you do think, well, if it's called classic, why don't they let guys who look like the classic bodybuilders win?
Yeah.
And but there's two sides to this, and there's a lot of people on one side, a lot of people on the other side, and I think it's going to take some time before there's really consensus on what truly the judging should be like.